Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're continuing the Football Manager career mode with Chelsea Football Club, but before we get into this episode, we did have a comment from George in one of the previous videos that basically asked for 3 matches to be played per episode. So we're going to trial it out in this video, maybe a couple of the other ones going forward, and see how you guys like it. If you like it, sweet, we'll carry on. If you think it's maybe dragging it out, it's a bit too long, then we'll scrap it, we'll go back to 2. So we'll trial it in this episode. And if we switch into the game, you can see today we have a Champions League game away against Bayern Munich, and that's a very quick turnaround from the Manchester City fixture that we played in the previous episode. Then we have Crystal Palace at home, and then BSC Young Boys at home as well. So those are the 3 games you'll be getting in this episode. 2 of the Champions League games, and that will see out our group. That'll be 6 games played then, so that'll be the end of the group. We'll know if we're qualifying top or bottom. We're already qualified no matter what, so realistically, even if we go and lose against Bayern and then somehow lose to BSC Young Boys as well, it wouldn't be the worst thing, although I would prefer to qualify top of the group. No real injury concerns at the moment. If you look here, we have an entirely fit squad, so exciting times. You can see some of the Champions League games have already started. You know, we're playing here in this later kickoff, and Manchester City lost 2-1 to Marseille. So if we take a look at the groups, I wonder where that puts Man City. So this is their group, Group E, and that means that as things stand, Inter, if they win their game, which will be against Shakhtar today, they will go tied on points with Man City, behind on goal difference, and then I'm assuming they have a game against Man City. Yeah, the final game in that group will be Man City at home for Inter, and that will be the decider on whether Inter can qualify ahead of Man City and knock them out, or if Man City will do what's expected of them and go ahead and qualify. But it looks like Marseille will be the team that qualifies top of that group. So we're just going to focus. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Madrid, Atletico Madrid at bottom of their group here. That is nuts. So let's go into our tactical meeting. We've got this game against Bayern. It's away, so it's always going to be a tough one. And we did focus on that Man City fixture. So we have got some tired players today. So it's going to be a bunch of rotation. I think I'm going to rotate one of the fullbacks, and I think it'll be Ben Chilwell. Maatsen, I think, is a better performer than Malo Gusto, in my eyes anyway. Maybe I've been seeing it wrong. Deep line playmaker will be Romeo Lavia, because Enzo definitely needs a rest. And then off the left, I think we play Nicholas Jackson. And do we give Broja the start? I think we give Broja the start, and then we say Osimhen can come off the bench if we need him. We might as well just bring these guys onto the bench, even though, you know, like Colwell, we're probably unlikely to use. And I think that team looks solid. Reece James is a bit tired, so at some point we will be replacing him. But we kind of want, you know, to keep as much of that core strong team on the pitch as we can. Serge Gnabry in at the shadow striker. Do we trust him now, or do we go for Nkunku? I think we're going to swap him out for Nkunku, you know. Play Nkunku in the shadow striker, and I think that will be it. We'll make those changes. Team's looking mostly fit, and see if we can get a result against Bayern, and that will pretty much decide the group. So it'll be a big, big result for whoever wins this. And this is the Bayern team we're going up against. As you can see, it is a back 5 with 2 defensive mids. So definitely playing more of a defensive formation, it seems, from them. But that does, I'm pretty sure we saw it in the previous time we played them, that they actually, it worked out quite attacking in the end for them, because they have a lot of bodies potentially working through the midfield and keeping possession of the ball, as they might well have gone 1-0 up in about 1 minute here, unless that was offside by Sane. They are going to check it, and they say goal awarded, so that is probably the worst start we could have had. And that was the only highlight up until half-time. That is crazy stuff. I did switch our formation. I'm going to tell them not being good enough so far. I did switch formation to this to try and give us, you know, a few more bodies in the midfield to counter their 5 at the back system, but I mean, it seemed to just nullify the game, realistically. So we're going to bring Reece James off. He is basically, you know, knackered at this point, and he wasn't having the greatest game anyway. And I think we might as well bring on some of our big guns. I might leave Osimhen for now, but do we change? Oh, Conor Gallagher's actually looking kind of knackered, which is strange because he's probably one of our fittest players. Maybe what we should do is switch back to this for the second half and see if we can, use this more, positive attacking formation to get us a goal back. I'm worried that it's just going to lead to them scoring another goal, but we will try it. Fofana on the ball very early on into this half now. Let's see if we can get a very quick reply to start this half as Malo Gusto goes forward, finds Broja, looking forward to someone. He finds Nkunku in the end. Madueke here shoots, but pretty sure he was offside anyway, and I think Nkunku probably should have been shooting there. Okay, we've hit the hour mark, and I think it's time. Broja is having a stinker, so I think it's time to bring him off. Madueke is not having the greatest game, so I think Gnabry on the right, and I kind of want to bring Conor Gallagher off, so in that role... Oh, I don't really want to play Caicedo or Chukwuemeka. Okay. Lavia can play, I guess, the box-to-box. So let's switch him over and let's bring Fernandes on in that role. Even though he's knackered, we need his creative spark today. And as if Bayern Munich free kick here as they get De Ligt at the back post, and that is 2-0. So this is really looking ropes for us. We knew it was going to be tough, given that we basically played our full-strength team against Manchester City. But yeah, this is not going great. Ian Matson with a throw-in now, finding Nkunku. We've made, I think, all of our substitutions now, so it's now or never if we're going to get into this game. Malo Gusto finding Gnabry out on the right-hand side. Back to Malo Gusto, who finds Gnabry again, looking for a cross at some point here. He finds Osimhen, and he blasts one into the back of the net. That gives us a lifeline, but we've got to go forward and get at least another goal. We have another highlight here, and I've basically gave instructions to the players to push further up the pitch, to attack more, and see if we can get back into this game by penning them into their own half. A poor ball from Mudryk there, realistically, and now Bayern playing it out from the back as they find Musiala, finding Sane, and now Max Tillman. But we maybe have won the ball back there. Nope, we let them get the pass off, and now Kimmich. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? We just keep giving them the ball back. A corner now for Bayern Munich in the dying moments of the game. We win that header, but there's a potential penalty here. It says someone pushed him on, so my guess is this is going to be a penalty, and it will be Fofana that's giving it away, and he will have had an awful game. Yep, it is given. Oh no, it was Mudryk that shoved Max Tillman, and this is their chance to make it 3-1. Basically, we were all out pushing, so it was all or nothing for us. A big save here, but it's going to be the rebound. No, it's not. Wow, a big moment there from Diogo Costa. Whether it'll really make any difference in this game, it seems unlikely as the clock ticks down, and there is full time. A 2-1 loss. I don't think that's the worst result. Obviously, a loss is never great, but I'm obviously going to tell them I'm not happy with that. We can't be accepting losses, but we did have, minus their penalty, pretty much the better chances, and yeah, I think looking at these other results, Real San Sebastian get their win. Atletico Madrid finally get a win in their group. So we knew it was going to be tough, given that the last episode we went all out against Man City and managed to get that draw. This was always going to be a tough game, but we need to follow up now with a win against Crystal Palace. We've only got a 3-day break and then another 3-day break till the game against Young Boys to finish off the group. So it's more than likely going to be Bayern Munich qualifying top unless Real San Sebastian can do something against them. A draw would even be fine because then they'd be on 13 points, and if we win, we'd be above them on goal difference. So a draw against Real San Sebastian is our only hope really now of topping the group in the Champions League. And here's a game we will definitely be focusing on. Man City at home against West Ham. Please, West Ham, do us a favour. And if they get a win against Man City, I'll even take a draw. Any drop points for Man City, I will be over the moon. So let's hit continue and see what the result comes through as. My guess is a 3-0 for Man City, but I'm more than happy to jinx it for them as we can go ahead and hit continue. It's a 1-0 for Man City. A goal just after half time, and they get their win, but we're 2 games behind, so we can really creep up on them if we win our games in hand. And here's the round of fixtures that we have in store for us this week. Nothing major that we'll be keeping an eye out. I guess Brentford, Man United is a big one, given that Brentford are 4th, Man United 7th. Other than that, we just want the normal teams to drop points. Liverpool drop points. Either of Brentford, Man United dropping points will be good for us. And whenever Spurs play, we want them dropping points as well. So they're, a bit further back. away from us. So let's look ahead. Carney Chukwuemeka is capable of playing. Wolves get a win over Stoke. I think that's pretty much as expected, given that Stoke are 19th. Wolves now up to 5th position. Some crazy teams in this European slots this season. So let's look ahead into this game. We've got a very fit team. We need, a strong-ish team for this game in the Champions League just because we have to win it. But I'm not too worried about that. A 3-day break should be a good enough break for us to not worry about it. And I think we will make maybe a couple changes in the midfield. Maybe we try Moise Caicedo for a while instead of Conor Gallagher. Make sure he's fixed. He's been playing a lot of games recently. I'm tempted to change one of the fullbacks just to give them a bit of a rest because they do play pretty much every game and as much of those games as possible. But I'll leave it for now. We'll play Nkunku over Serge Gnabry. And I think that's it. Maybe, given how bad Fofana was last game, I'm going to start Axel Disasi. We know these guys have a good partnership as well. So I think it's a justified reason to drop him just to, hopefully light a fire under him. Make sure that in that next game that he does start, he performs a lot better than he did against Bayern Munich. And here's the first highlight. Chilwell playing it back into the defence, and then it goes back out wide to him as he looks to find Mudryk, but it was a really poor ball, and now it's Crystal Palace on the ball as Castagna now moving forward 6 minutes into this game, and they are looking decent, to be fair to them, as they drive into the box. It's a shot, but it's a tame effort, and the keeper saves. Johnston now hitting it long for Crystal Palace. We win that header though, and then Nkunku gets the ball back all the way to the goalkeeper to keep us in possession of the ball. And now Colwill looking to move us forward with Caicedo, looking for that forward pass. We need a little bit of movement ahead of him. Caicedo maybe going to look to go long. Nope, he goes back. Enzo, back to Disasi, back to Caicedo. Man, we really are struggling to go forward. Chilwell now on the ball, looking to find Mudryk. He has this time, as he's looking for a cross. He finds Caicedo, finds Nkunku, out wide to Reece James. Surely looking for a cross himself here. He does, he finds Nkunku, and it's pinging around the box, and unfortunately out for a throw-in. Palace on the ball yet again here as they find Edouard and they're looking to move forward. They find Mateus Franca and they look to go through the back line. They do. Eberiche Eze. Wow, that was a big chance for them. We are not looking comfortable in the back today. Whether it's just that change of having Disasi, even though he's on a 6.8, so he's doing fairly decent today, I don't know. But we are not looking tight at the back today. Reece James now finding Enzo Fernandez, who finds Nkunku, and it's back to the back line again. We're really struggling to move forward. Reece James now looking to find Madueke. He does. There's a cross on here. Can he find Osimhen? He's taken down, and the keeper makes a save to keep it in play there. My God, we are struggling. And it's another Crystal Palace attack. One after the other, it seems. They're just relentless at the moment. As they do have possession of the ball, they've kept it from that throw, and now Edouard in the box, he's going to look to shoot from here. Colwill makes a block, and Disasi off the line. What is happening today? I might make a tactical change and start playing with that 3 in the midfield, because this is looking, we're just getting run through. So I think Caicedo giving a bit more defensive solidity, and then if we switch these guys around and play like this maybe. We've got a great free kick position here as Reece James is lining up to shoot here. He goes over the wall and it's just wide of the goal. That was a big, big chance. Palace going long, but Chilwell manages to chest the ball down and gain possession again. And we have Caicedo here now looking to go long. He finds Mudryk. That's a great ball to open up the defence. Across towards Nkunku at the back post, but it's over the bar. And that's half time, and that's quite a worrying half because we haven't even managed a shot on target yet. We've had a few chances, but really, really struggling to make them, really threaten the goalkeeper. So we'll send the team out as it is, but we'll be looking to make changes if things don't improve quick into this half, as we have Johnston now going to go long again for Crystal Palace. We win that header. Can Enzo win his? Yes, he does. He finds Mudryk, who's now looking to go forward himself. Finding Chilwell all the way back to Mudryk again. Now this is a big chance here. He cuts inside, shoots from there, and it's just wide of the goal. We've just got the news that Reece James has had a knocked ankle, so he's going to be coming off in a second. But we have this highlight to see through first as he whips the ball in, looking for Mudryk at the back post, but he can't win the header. Colwill out to Chilwell now, back to Enzo. He shoots from range, and that'll finally be a shot on target. and a corner for us, but it is time for us to bring Reece James off. Unfortunately, he's been our best player, so that is far from ideal, but I think it has to be done, and I almost want to make a couple other changes as well, because the team isn't really performing, but we'll give them a bit more time. We're starting to run out of time here. We've got about 20 minutes left in this game. I've switched us back to our more attacking formation in hopes that it will, result in a goal, as we have Malo Gusto driving down the right-hand side now. He's doing a good job of this. Can he find a body in the middle? He's looking for Osimhen. The keeper comes flying out and it's over the bar. I think it's time to bring on Broja. I'm not trusting Osimhen today. He just looks off it. Probably time to bring off Nkunku. He's looking pretty tired. And it's probably Noni Madueke is not having a great game, so maybe what we actually do is something more like this. So we have Jackson, Mudryk on the right, Gnabry through the middle. Hopefully that can get us a bit more of a threat in attack. We have another great free kick position here as Chilwell lines up to take this one. He has to get this on target and it pings off the wall and over. How have we not scored today? This is crazy. We've had two amazing free kick chances as well as all the other ones that have gone just over the bar. Colwill now heading on target. Oh, and there's a potential penalty here. Colwell's header was saved, but Broja and Lerma were contesting the second ball. There's a potential for a penalty. I'm not sure what it was for, but the penalty is given. So we now have, who will this be? It is Enzo Fernandez taking this penalty. This is crucial. He has to score this, and he does. That's a big goal for us. We needed that help today. And that is full time, so that was the only goal we had in that game. A deserved win, we should have won by more, but wow, I'm going to tell them that was a bit of a let-off, because it certainly was. That was a dangerous game. That was nearly drop points against a team that has been pretty bad all around this season. They lost 3-0 to Arsenal, 3-0 to City, got a cheap win against Liverpool, but we would have been gutted if we dropped points there. So that creeps us a little bit closer to Man City. A late winner for Man United against Brentford. So that puts them in the top 4. Villa beating Everton. And of course, we now have that game that we're going to be playing in today's episode, because we've got 3 games today against BSC Young Boys to finish off the Champions League. And here's some of the other results from that game week. Tottenham finally dropping points against Leicester. This Leicester team, I swear they've picked up some... Look at the draws. Man United, Chelsea, Newcastle and Tottenham. And then all the teams they've lost to there. That is crazy. They haven't racked up a win yet this season. But they are getting key draws against some of these top sides. But they are definitely looking like they'll be going down. But that big draw is huge for us, because that puts Tottenham now 3 points behind us, a little bit more comfortable. Arsenal with a big win over Fulham. And then Newcastle beating Sheffield United. So that keeps Newcastle in the top 4. And Arsenal finally getting a win, which will slightly bump them up the table. They're still in 12th position, but things looking good for us there. So here's the round of fixtures now for this Champions League game. Of course, Inter versus Man City. We want to be keeping an eye on that one to see if Man City end up going out at the group stages of the Champions League. And then this game as well, Real San Sebastian at home against Bayern. We're hoping they can do us a favour. If they get a draw, it should be alright, assuming we win our game. And there's also some Prem fixtures going on as well. Don't think there's anything really that we're too concerned about. None of these teams threatening us. So we're not worried about that until really Man City play. So let's go ahead and apply the opposition instructions. We will be going with our more attacking formation, and we're definitely making some changes. I think Levi Colwill is banned in the Premier League. You can see, you can't actually see it, it's just under my camera. He's banned for 1 match after an accumulation of yellow cards, so we might as well play him for this one, because he won't be fit for the game against Everton, or he won't be eligible for the game against Everton. And I do want to keep that game in mind. Everton are up in 13th, so mid-table team, one that can be a tricky fixture. So we're going to switch things around a little bit. Jackson will play off the left. We will play Gnabry in the attacking midfield role. I think we play Lavia. We give Enzo Fernandez a rest. He's desperately in need of one. And I think we play Malo Gusto. Ian Matson, I think, comes on off the bench for us. I think that would be a wise decision. And Disasi on for Wesley Fofana. And I think overall that's pretty good. I think that team should be more than good enough to get us past them. BSC Young Boys at home. And I'm tempted to even make one more change. Do we save like Gnabry as well and play Chukwuemeka? He hasn't had much game time for us. So I guess we'll make that change as well, we really shouldn't have to worry about beating this team. And Osimhen will start, but then we'll bring Armando Broja on off the bench. So let's set this team up, get them out, and hopefully get a big win and keep an eye on that game that Bayern Munich are playing. BSC Young Boys with a chance here as they whip the ball into the box. Colwell wins the header, but they do get on the second ball yet again, and the ball in the box once more as they cross now. Colwell with another big header, and it's Chukwuemeka who's going to come out and set us on the counter-attack. He finds Nicholas Jackson, who's going to need a little bit of help if we're going to find goal here. He's driving at the defence, still keeping a hold of this ball somehow, surely finding someone in the box. He finds Lavia, it falls to Madueke, and that's a goal for him. They looking at this one for what, offside? I can't imagine that'll be given because Madueke looked onside from what I saw. So they will check it, but I'm pretty sure this will be given. Yeah, goal awarded. Nothing wrong with that. Malo Gusto on the ball now, combining with Chukwuemeka, but he does lose out in the end. Some good pressure from BSC Young Boys there as they put a ball through. Colwell with great defensive cover there, though, as we now win the ball back and look to set ourselves on an attack ourselves as Chukwuemeka drives into the box. It falls for Osimhen, and that's another goal, and they're going to check this one as well. I'm certain that one was onside as well, but we will see. Maybe I'm wrong. They do check it, and they say goal disallowed. Really? I'm intrigued by that one. I want to watch it because it looked like by the time Chukwuemeka lost the ball, why would that matter? Chukwuemeka picks up the ball here, takes a touch. Well, we've been robbed there. Malo Gusto now on the ball as Madueke turns, looks for Nicholas Jackson, who plays it back to Lavia for some reason, and now his shot can't get anywhere. And BSC Young Boys on the ball yet again, but some good cover from Malo Gusto to win it back. Gallagher now looking for Jackson, who looks for Chukwuemeka in the box. It falls to Madueke, finding Chukwuemeka once again. And now Lavia, we're looking very threatening today as we find Madueke again. Back to Lavia, who shoots from range, and it's a beauty into the top corner. That's a fantastic goal for him in off the post, and I'll take that all day. This is looking like a good win for us. We've just got to keep an eye on the other game. Oh, Chukwuemeka has just gone through the back of someone, and that is going to be a red card. Why would you do that, you idiot? So that's now made things a little bit more tricky. I think I might now play like this so that we've got our fullback staying back a little bit more and the midfield is a little bit more balanced. Actually what I'm going to do is switch to this and we'll just hopefully see the game out like this. Now that is so stupid. You can see here Man City are 1-0 up in their game, so it looks like they will be ones to qualify. But there is, of course, the other game, the Bayern game, that we're more interested in. But it's interesting potentially seeing City not qualifying. As we have the ball again here, Conor Gallagher going for Madueke. It's a great chest and a great finish. Red card, who cares? That is another goal to put us 3-0 up. And we're playing out from the back now. Let's see if this is going to cause us some issues, not having that extra man in the midfield. As Malo Gusto combines with Lavia, finding Madueke, and he's very weirdly taking a touch there. So we lose out on the ball. They look to go long, but this should be our bread and butter, winning those aerial battles. And then Disasi stepping up with a great tackle, and Osimhen is played through. He's going to need help here, though. He's looking for some assistance. He finds Nick Jackson, and wow, that was a crucial block for them because that was a thunderous strike. And Gallagher maybe going to have another chance here as he drives into the box and is taken down. That might be a penalty. To me, it looked like it was maybe just over the line, so it would be a free kick, but I'm more than happy to accept a penalty if they want to give it. I think we could maybe use the extra goal just in case because we have got that red card. They do say, yep, outside the box. Lavia on the ball now, finding Malo Gusto as he goes forward to Victor Osimhen. It's going to go all the way to the keeper, though. Von Ballmoose, what a name. And still no goal in that game against Real San Sebastian and Bayern Munich. So I'm keeping my eye on it, but nothing is really happening in that game. I'm sure we're going to see a Bayern goal at some point, but it would be beautiful to see a Real San Sebastian one. And Osimhen puts a lovely strike into the back of the net. And that is now 4-0 for us. We can definitely make some changes at half-time because we are cruising even though we're down to 10 men. Osimhen on the ball again here. Ball finding Gallagher into the box, and there was a potential shove there that I thought I saw on Madueke, but it's not even being looked at. And it is now BSC Young Boys looking to make a counter-attack themselves maybe. And ironically, they have a player called Young. I wonder if it's Ashley Young. They go all the way over the top, but that is Diogo Costa who comes flying out of his box to get it. And now Lavia looking to go forward, finding a good ball out to Madueke maybe here, but he loses out and wins it back. And he's going to be driving towards the box, looking for a cross. He finds Nick Jackson, who headers, and it's off the bar and off the line. That is incredibly close and very unfortunate. Look at that. Wow. And there's half-time. It is 4-0. So I'm going to tell them I'm very happy with how it's going. Keep going. And it's time for us to make a few changes. Broja can come on for Osimhen. And let's have a think. Colwell might as well play the full 90 because he can't play in the Premier League games. We'll bring Maatsen on at left back, give Chilwell a bit of a rest. Probably worth playing. Yeah, let's give Gallagher a rest. Only 45 for him. Caicedo can get the other 45. Gnabry on at the right to give Madueke a rest. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe we'll make a change at some point, bring Hazard on for Jackson, something like that. But I think I'm happy with that for now. Maatsen on the ball now, getting one of his first touches, combining with Caicedo, who's also just come off the bench, and they look to go forward. Nicholas Jackson trying to find a ball forward, but he can't see anyone. It is looking quite compact at the back now for VSC Young Boys, as Maatsen is on the ball, looking to go forward. He finds Caicedo, going for Broja. He wins his header, and it's through for Gnabry, who shoots, and it's off the crossbar. Oh, that was close. I'm almost certain I just saw it flash up just before this highlight that there was a goal in that Bayern Munich game, so we'll see what it is after this highlight. The ball through for Broja here as he goes round the keeper, shoots, and that's a really tame effort as it comes off one of the defenders and out for a corner. There's no point in us bringing Colwell off because he's going to have pretty much a week break to the next game. And there it is. Bayern have gone 1-0 up against Real San Sebastian, which is a big shame. We've got to pray they can get a goal back in the last 25 minutes. With about 10 minutes left in this game, we have our defenders playing with the ball. Disasi finding Colwell, who finds Caicedo. How has Colwell got another yellow card, man? This guy racks them up. Maatsen now driving us forward, and he's going to look for a body in the middle here in the box. He cuts it back, crosses, Broja, and it's off the crossbar again. We could have won this like 6-7-0 easily. And that is full time. We did our job. We got the 4-0 win. So let's see if Real San Sebastian managed to get something out of this game. We'll tell them very happy with the way they played. Being a man down and that comfortable is always a great result. Let's take a look. We do finish second in the group. That 1-0 win for Real San Sebastian is what changed it. It's a shame, but I'm more than fine as long as we qualify. And it was pretty comfortable in the end. The only real difference you can see based on goal difference, we probably were the best team. I think we were just a little bit unlucky with a couple of the results. Arsenal drawing against Wolves, that is a bad result for them in these Premier League fixtures. And there we go. So we'll say we will fine Chukwuemeka. We won't appeal the ban because it looked like quite a nasty challenge. We'll praise Madueke, and then we'll take a look at these Champions League groups. So if we go to just the overview profile, here we go. So we can see Real Madrid and Lazio qualify. Dortmund are knocked out. That's awful from them. Benfica and Milan qualify here with Frankfurt and Fenerbahce out. Liverpool and Ajax qualifying. Celtic and Sporting out. Man United do manage to qualify, and Napoli are out. That is a big team out of the competition there. Man City qualify second here as Marseille go through. Inter not managing to get a result against them to keep them in the competition. Barcelona and Leipzig go through as Porto and Anderlecht drop out. Of course, us at Bayern, we know that group. And then Salzburg and Atletico Madrid go through as Roma are the team that drop out, as well as Rennes. So we will see what, the next stages look like. But that is, as I promised, the 3 games that we would see in today's episode. Looking ahead, we have games against Everton away, Wolves at home, and then a Manchester United Carabao Cup quarter final. So that'll be an exciting one. If we're going to continue doing this 3 games per episode thing, you'll see all 3 of those in the next episode. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this by leaving a like on the video. Let me know in the comments. Hit subscribe so you never miss any of the future videos. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.